The idea that we are living in the age of Aquarius, a time when the inner voice and intuition speak louder than any instructions, and true, unvarnished selfhood finally becomes the most valuable currency, is pervasive. Yet, there's something less frequently whispered about. Carl Jung, that titan of thought, foresaw all of this a century ago. Not as a stock market analyst predicting booms and busts, but as a seer immersed in the depths of the human psyche. He wasn't tracking market trends. He was deciphering the secret messages of our souls. In a world obsessed with endless hustle, relentless competition, and the glorification of exhausting labor, Jung dared to propose an idea that struck like a bolt of lightning. He didn't just speak, he proclaimed, "You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become." And here lies the most intriguing mystery. What if true wealth today isn't born from endlessly scaling up and doing more, but from daring to look into the most hidden corners of your own soul? What if your shadow, those very parts of yourself you've so diligently hidden and rejected, actually turns out to be your most powerful, most creative, and most unexpected business partner? The 5 ideas I'll present next have nothing to do with fleeting side hustles, trendy apps, or quick schemes. They speak of generating income from a source incomparably deeper, more reliable, and yes, sustainable, from your authentic inner truth. And to be perfectly clear, Carl Jung, of course, doesn't run social media accounts. He doesn't launch online courses on instant wealth. And no, rest assured, he didn't spend his days day trading or investing in cryptocurrency. His field of activity was far deeper and more eternal. Carl Jung possessed an astonishing, almost prophetic understanding of the profound laws governing the inner architecture of the human psyche, an understanding surpassing even modern mastery of complex algorithms. His greatest gift to humanity isn't merely a strategy, but rather a detailed map, unveiling a path to something incomparably more powerful, our authentic self. And if there's a true secret to success in our era, a genuine life hack for a fulfilling life, it is conscious alignment. That is what now holds crucial importance. Before we even discuss material prosperity, let's turn to a far deeper and more fundamental concept: integrity. This is where true treasures lie, and the keys to them are securely hidden in 2 cornerstones of Jung's teachings: individuation and the shadow. What then is individuation? It's not merely development. It's a grand journey towards becoming your authentic, whole self. It's the process of merging your conscious self with the uncharted, often hidden parts of your unconscious. Imagine finally becoming the most genuine and unadulterated version of yourself, not the one who studied flawlessly, obediently followed all rules, or sought to please parents, but the one who lives in harmony with their inner truth. The shadow, on the other hand, is its complete opposite, yet no less crucial. It's the repository of everything you've ever suppressed, hidden from the world, and even from yourself. Your unique quirks, your unspoken anger, your spontaneous sloppiness, your most incredible, almost wild dreams. It might be a burning desire to quit your monotonous 9-to-5 job and go paint murals in Belize. It's everything you've refused to acknowledge within yourself. And here, Jung makes one of his most profound and liberating statements. The shadow is not evil. It is merely unlived life. And it is in this unlived life, most often, that your true genius lies. Allow me to share a story that shines like a bright beacon, illuminating the path to true self-realization. There once was a woman whose legal career soared to dizzying heights. She wasn't just a lawyer, she was a luminary. Brilliant, witty, incredibly insightful, and deservedly commanded universal respect. Her name carried weight in professional circles, and from the outside, her life appeared to be the epitome of flawless success. Yet, behind this facade, a deep, secret sorrow dwelled. Her heart yearned for something entirely different. In secret, she passionately loved drawing cartoons and crafting absurd, mystical stories, which served as her personal, cherished outlet, a portal to a world where she could truly be herself. When the inevitable burnout finally caught up to her, and she at last left her exhausting legal practice, she did something incredible. She allowed herself to simply draw, for pure pleasure, without any expectations or obligations. And just 2 years later, this woman, the former lawyer, became the creator of an incredibly popular webcomic series, which now brings her a 6-figure income annually. This isn't just success, it's a triumph of the soul, all because she stopped hiding her inner artist, her shadow child, and dared to integrate it into her life. This is individuation in action, when you invite all your hidden parts, your shadows, to become part of the whole, instead of concealing them. And here it is, the great truth, shining like a precious gem before us in the modern world. We live in an era where value is no longer created solely through hard labor and exhausting effort. We are moving out of the age of sweat for pay and entering an era of authentic self-harmony, which generates powerful influence. People today crave not ideals, but authenticity. They hunger for truth, for genuine humanity. They don't need perfection. They need resonance, a feeling of deep alignment with who you truly are. And when you dare to show up as yourself, with all your shadows, your quirks, your deepest dreams, and everything else, you become incredibly magnetic. This inner integration, this acceptance of yourself in your entirety, inevitably leads to expansion, to new opportunities. Consciousness, your authenticity, becomes the most valuable currency. The era of the old paradigm, which told us, suffer to earn, shrink to succeed, compete to grow, is rapidly crumbling. Artificial intelligence is already taking over half of routine tasks. Audiences are becoming incredibly intuitive. Consumers are transforming into true creators, and authentic meaning. That is what now drives the new market. As soon as you stop breaking yourself to fit into others' molds, you realize you are now the new system. Your authentic story is your most powerful strategy. Your inner energy is your thriving economy. And money, it stops being a meager reward for an exhausting, silent struggle. It becomes the natural, abundant outcome of a full, rich life. This is precisely what we'll discuss. 5 powerful, organic, deeply conscious ways to multiply your income. Not through exhausting labor, but by becoming even more of yourself. A word of caution. These ideas might overturn your perception of success, challenging everything you've been taught. But that's precisely the point, isn't it? The very moment you dare to break these mental shackles, financial flows rush precisely to where energy was once constrained and locked away. 1. Shadow-based storytelling. The alchemy of expression. Do you remember the abyss you traversed? The agony of a breakup that tore you apart. The nervous breakdown when your world crumbled. The weight of addiction, a suffocating trauma, toxic relationships, or that sticky spiral of shame that silenced your voice for years, condemning you to silence. This is your priceless treasure, your pure gold. We inhabit a vast, ever-moving cosmos where human hearts desperately crave authenticity, seeking what is true. Authenticity is no longer just a buzzword. It's a powerful, magnetic beacon guiding the way through the fog. And when you find the courage to tell your story, not seeking pity, but with deep awareness for your own healing and the healing of others, the world pauses to listen. People are willing to pay to hear, to read, to feel every line, every word you share. Today, therapists are becoming creators of inspiring content. Survivors are becoming authors whose words penetrate the soul. People are launching courses, recording podcasts, writing books, making documentaries, and even developing innovative NFT-based journaling apps. And they do this not because of prestigious degrees, but because of the unfathomable depth of their life experience and wisdom. What was once a carefully guarded secret now becomes your unique signature offering to the world. Your inner shadow, whispering doubts, insists, "Who needs this? No one will want to listen." But the truth is unwavering. This is precisely what people crave most, to hear your authenticity. And as soon as you stop playing roles, shed your masks, and truly begin to reveal yourself, a flow opens. A flow of opportunities, a flow of recognition, a flow of income. Sometimes it comes slowly, almost imperceptibly. Sometimes it arrives completely unexpectedly, like an avalanche. But always, without exception, it happens only when you dare to be absolutely honest with yourself and the world. 2. Spiritual mentorship. Your life journey is your main curriculum. Let's face the truth plainly. The traditional higher education system is slowly but surely collapsing under its own unsustainable weight. For decades, we were indoctrinated that to be recognized, to be heard, to be taken seriously at all, you needed a diploma, an honorary title, and, of course, that framed document supposedly certifying your worth. But times are changing, and something truly revolutionary is happening now. We're beginning to see clearly. Merely possessing information isn't transformation. You can boast a degree from a prestigious university and still be completely emotionally illiterate. You can hold a doctorate and yet be completely disconnected from your own inner voice, your intuition. You can invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in education and still, for crying out loud, have no idea why you're even here on this planet. And it's this total dissonance that people are truly tired of. Instead of an endless accumulation of facts and figures, we crave authentic depth that penetrates to the very soul. We don't need new data, but true inner development. Not dry textbooks, but lived, felt experience. And here, precisely here, is your moment. If you've been through fire and water, if you've experienced something and truly, with your whole being, assimilated it, you are already qualified. You are the very guide people have been waiting for. Your qualification doesn't come from a certificate printed by some institution. It is granted to you by life itself, which initiated you, guided you through trials, and bestowed invaluable experience. We no longer need indifferent professors monotonously reading information from boring slides. We need those who have bravely looked into the eyes of their inner shadows, who have healed deep ancestral traumas, and are now capable of creating a safe, supportive space for others to also walk their path of healing and transformation. Your life journey is your true authority. When people seek mentors, guides, intuitive strategists, or holistic coaches, they don't look at resumes. They respond to deep resonance, to the crystal clarity of your voice, to the unwavering authenticity of your presence, to the story woven into the very fabric of your being, into your bones. Transforming your healing into an income source is not exploitation. It's deep reverence. It's the realization that your survival, your awakening, and the unique perspective you've gained can become a healing balm for the souls of others. Therefore, whether you conduct individual sessions, create spiritual development programs, or simply share your thoughts online from the heart, always remember one truth. Your authenticity and your truth are absolutely enough. The only true credentials required now are deep self-awareness, full embodiment in this world, and a genuine willingness to walk hand in hand with others, helping them remember who they truly are. This, and nothing else, creates true, inexhaustible wealth, that which nourishes your own soul and generously bestows upon everyone it touches. 3. Creative transmutation. Art. Born of the soul. Have you ever noticed how the most spontaneous creative impulses pierce you like an electric current? This is no coincidence. Creativity is the true language of the soul. It is the deep unconscious, striving to manifest and speak through you. In a world where soulless automation devours routine, one treasure remains untouched and sacred: true originality. People aren't just looking for beautiful objects. They crave resonance, a soul's response, a deep inner connection. You are not destined to be the next Picasso. Your only task is to be utterly honest, sincere on your canvas, whatever form it takes. This authenticity can manifest in intuitive art crafted by hands that remember ancient mysteries, in poignant spoken word poetry that vibrates in the air, in archetypal tarot decks whispering the wisdom of ages, in digital illustrations woven from the deepest dreams, in personal journals, zines filled with living thoughts, or in messages that seem divinely channeled directly from the depths of your soul. People feel, they sense, when what you create is born from a healed heart, and this deep, invisible resonance is instantly reflected in the market. Your unique strangeness, your unparalleled vision of the world, your personal metaphors, these are not just characteristics. They are your sacred niche, your unique corner in the universe. 4. Micro-content oracles. Speak your true frequency. Today, short video platforms are far more than just stages for fleeting dances and viral memes. They are modern altars, digital arenas where people generate real income simply by sharing their truth, their presence, their voice. And when your voice emanates from a state of genuine integration, a unity of mind, heart, and spirit, people don't just hear, they feel. They pause and listen. Sometimes, just 30 seconds of deep, embodied insight can turn someone's day around, igniting a spark in their soul. And when you continuously, with sincerity and dedication, share your content, out of deep service, out of a craving for alignment with others, out of pure curiosity about the world, opportunities don't just appear, they find you. Invitations for paid speaking engagements, inspiring collaborations, natural monetization of your unique voice, and even a path to spiritual mentorship. Forget the role of an influencer. You don't strive to influence. You shine. You are a beacon, and people searching for their path inevitably turn their gaze toward those who illuminate the way for them. 5. Conscious community building. How genuine connection becomes treasure. This is perhaps the most underestimated and powerful source of abundance. Forget chasing thousands of followers. You don't need 10,000. You need 10 genuine souls who resonate with you. If you carry a unique vibe, an original worldview, or rich life experience, rest assured, somewhere out there are those who are like you and are desperately seeking you. You can become an architect of safe spaces, be it intimate group gatherings for deep self-discovery, healing online circles, exclusive newsletters, private communities, or content that flourishes and evolves with the support of your growing, dedicated audience. There's no room for guru ambitions here. Your true role is to be a clear mirror. Create a space where everyone feels truly seen, understood, and accepted. And then money isn't the goal. but a natural, inevitable byproduct of the deep trust you build. Understand this crucial point. None of these paths to abundance require you to become someone else. On the contrary, they urge you to shed the shackles of expectations, stop being who you were convinced to be, and finally remember who you truly are, in all your unique authenticity. What the great Jung tried to convey to us wasn't a call for self-improvement, but a profound lesson in wholeness, to see yourself completely, without reservation, to embrace both light and shadow, both the open mask and the hidden mystery. And this wholeness isn't just an elevated spiritual concept, it's incredibly practical. When you truly know yourself, you stop the meaningless chase. And as soon as you stop, the world itself begins to gravitate towards you. Now you know for certain. Money isn't just numbers in an economy. It's pulsating energy, deep alignment, and pure truth. Perhaps one part of you rejoices, feeling a surge of inspiration. But then, like a shadow, an inner voice creeps in, persistently whispering, "Who would even pay for that? I'm not good enough. What if I fail? What if it's too late? I just can't do it." No, that is not your true voice. That is the echo of ancient conditioning, lurking in your personal unconscious and even deeper, in that very collective unconscious about which Carl Jung wrote so perceptively. Carl Jung didn't just give us dry theories. He handed us a detailed map of the human psyche. And on this map shine archetypes, universal, powerful patterns that live and breathe within each of us, determining our deepest reactions. Some of them are our loyal allies, pushing us towards growth and self-realization. Others, conversely, like invisible guardians, firmly block the path to our true potential. If you've ever felt that your talents aren't receiving due recognition or monetization, chances are you've been trapped by one or more of these inner characters, entangled in stories you never chose, but relentlessly repeated. Therefore, today we will embark on a journey. We will meet the 5 most insidious archetypes that hinder abundance, and, most importantly, learn to rewrite their scripts, opening the doors to a new reality. 1. The superior student. This is the inner voice that whispers, "Follow the letter of the law. Do everything flawlessly, and most importantly, wait for approval first." It's not just a voice. It's a fortress of perfectionism, built from fear. It makes you constantly wait for permission, to seek an authoritative figure who will finally nod and confirm your worth. This archetype holds you captive, convincing you, "It's not time yet, you're not ready enough. Don't dare launch your course, don't show your art, don't ask for payment, you haven't mastered all the intricacies yet." It paralyzes, freezing your potential in endless anticipation. But here lies the truth that can break these chains. Mastery does not precede action. It is born in the process of action. To finally overcome the superior student, you must make a quantum leap, from the eternal search for approval to openly sharing your journey, your evolution. Show the world your process, your mistakes, your breakthroughs. Be genuinely human. Be real, unvarnished. It is this authenticity, this vulnerability, that becomes the unshakable foundation of trust. You have every right to teach, as you yourself grow. You have every right to sell your ideas and your work, even as you are still forming, still becoming. This is not deception. It is not imposter syndrome. This is genuine real-time leadership, where you lead the way, blazing a trail and showing others that you can be imperfect and yet incredibly valuable. 2. The silent healer. This archetype is a true trickster, subtly infiltrating the noblest corners of the soul. It is that gentle, compassionate part of you that yearns with every fiber of its being to help, support, heal, yet categorically refuses to accept payment for it. It whispers with a deep sigh, "How can I possibly think of money when people are suffering so much?" In its eyes, any payment for help seems to defile the purity of intention. It doesn't just romanticize struggle. It elevates suffering to a pedestal, spiritualizing poverty and convincing that true service must be free, otherwise it loses its sacredness. This belief, alas, often depletes the healer themselves, stripping them of resources for further aid and limiting their ability to impact the world. Listen carefully. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Healing, true service, is never free. It demands not just effort, but precious time, inexhaustible energy, full presence, and diligent preparation. Your life force is invaluable capital, and it's worth something. This powerful archetype, bearer of light and aid, must realize a fundamental truth. Money is not a betrayal of your sacred service, but an integral part of it. It is a sacred exchange that empowers you to continue your mission sustainably, without burning out. Reframe this deeply. Your own healed energy is not just a gift, it's a most valuable resource. Allow it to circulate freely, supporting you and enabling you to give even more. 3. The starving artist archetype. Deep inside, the starving artist is convinced that true creativity is born only from suffering, and authenticity demands pain. They believe that money, like poison, will defile their art, stripping it of its purity. This is a captivating, yet incredibly dangerous romantic myth. It condemns countless talented creators to poverty, exhausting burnout, and utter despair. As Jung would perceptively note, this is nothing less than a shadow projection, a desperate refusal to allow one's inner child to enjoy abundance, clinging to eternal drama instead of embracing joy and allowing it to become one's true muse. To forever break these shackles, you must dare to see money not as a threat or a curse, but as a powerful tool capable of amplifying your art, giving it wings and legs. Allow your creation to travel freely, reaching the hearts of those who need it. Abundance does not dull the sharpness of creative genius. On the contrary, it liberates it, allowing it to flourish in all its glory. 4. The invisible. You hid not because you didn't care, no. Deep down, you firmly believed that remaining unseen was the only path to safety. This archetype learned a harsh lesson too early. To be visible means to be judged, rejected, or even endangered. Therefore, your voice was muted, your magic remained a secret, and your inner power restrained. But you know what? Now is not the time to play small, neither spiritually nor economically. The invisible must become a sacred witness. You can be gentle and still be seen. You can be tender and simultaneously incredibly brave. You don't need to shout to be noticed. You just need to stand firmly in your truth and allow others to feel your presence. 5. The overgiver. This archetype gives and gives without reserve. Over-explains every action. Over-tries to please. Overworks to exhaustion. All of this stems from a deep sense of unworthiness. Inside, a silent cry echoes. I must prove I am worthy of receiving. This is exhaustion, artfully disguised as generosity. And it's not nobility. It's pure survival. To heal the overgiver, you must reclaim your sacred right to receive, to rest, and to be supported. You don't need to justify your prices with 17 extra bonuses. You don't need to answer every message late at night. You can give, but not out of compulsion, only from the abundance that overflows within you. Abundance doesn't just pour, it dances through balanced, living chains of being. You give, you receive, you breathe. This cycle is perfect. Forget the diplomas. Today, money isn't paper. It's deep, inner alignment. It's not about shouting the loudest, but about being utterly precise, true in your expression. People don't pay you for perfection, but for your authenticity, for the pure truth that lives within. The deeper you delve into yourself, integrating inner archetypes, seeing them, healing them, rewriting their stories, the more astonishingly and naturally opportunities begin to manifest. Clients are attracted, and ideas are born. Not because you desperately chased them, but because you opened yourself, becoming a magnet for everything meant for you. This is the revolution Carl Jung didn't live to see, but absolutely foresaw. A revolution where inner alchemy transforms into outer wealth, where pure consciousness becomes the greatest treasure on all of Gaia. And now, having dared to confront those parts of yourself that once constrained you, and perhaps for the first time beginning to feel this deep, irreversible shift pulsating beneath the very surface of your life, you understand. This has long ceased to be just about money. This is a narrative about the creation of meaning, about the birth of a life where your gifts are not merely products, but living proof of your healing, and your energy, directed with pure intention, becomes an unstoppable magnet for abundance. Now that the veil of the unconscious has lifted, now that you truly see yourself, not the roles you played, but the radiant core of your essence, the game irrevocably changes. So, let's talk about how to live this way. How to truly weave a lifestyle and create income based on your deepest inner truth. This isn't just a sales funnel, it's a deep, vibrational blueprint of your unique energy. Chapter 1. Anchor in your true vibration. Start here, at the very heart of your being. What energy do you effortlessly radiate, simply by your presence? Not the role you played, not the position you held, but that authentic frequency that fills a room the moment you enter. Is it grounding, catalytic, igniting change, mystical, gentle, insightful, playful, poetic? Your income will only be sustainable when what you give to the world is an absolute reflection of your true state. This means you must base your offerings, your content, your services precisely on this energy, not on fleeting trends. Ask yourself, if my soul had a business model, what would it be? Then, with unshakable conviction, build everything from that inner knowing. Forget about fake personas and imposed brands. Only authentic essence matters, for it is what always finds its audience and touches hearts. 2. Create a resonant ecosystem of offerings. Here, your structure gains a soul. Imagine your energy as a compelling story arc, where every turn matters. Some people will meet you on the very first page. Others will join your journey midway. So, what are you ready to offer them at each of these pivotal points? Here's a powerful, time-tested structure that many soul-led creators follow today. Free resonant content. This is your sincere offering, your medicine for the collective consciousness. Short videos, inspiring texts, deep audio recordings, intuitive insights, your personal truths, archetypal stories that resonate. Their goal isn't conversion, but deep, genuine connection. Low barrier offering. An affordable workshop, masterclass, or creative product that gently invites people to deepen their connection with you, to take the first conscious step towards transformation. Signature core offering. This is the pulse of your mission, the heart of your work. An individual service, a transformative group program, immersive mentorship, or an online course based on your deepest transmission of knowledge and energy. This is where the true magic happens. Container community. A membership or an ongoing sacred space where people can grow and evolve alongside you. This isn't just a group. It's an oasis of support that provides emotional stability and ensures the financial continuity of your path. Don't try to force things. Start small with one idea or one step, and let the rest grow organically as you yourself evolve. Let your business model become a living reflection of your inner essence, fluid, cyclical, always evolving. 3. Design your time for joy and flow. Money without freedom is just a gilded cage. It's time to radically change this formula. Instead of agonizingly fitting your life into the confines of work, start building your work around your life. Ask yourself these profound questions. What time of day do I feel truly alive and energized? How many hours a week do I actually want to dedicate to others? Which clients or audiences not only take, but also fill me with energy? What income level will allow me to feel completely secure, protected, and free to create? And only after this, based on these honest answers, build your offerings and business model. No more exhausting schedules, no more draining deadlines that demand you sell your soul. You didn't come here to be merely a productive unit. You are here to unleash your true power and live within it. 4. Abide in the ritual of creativity. And here's a truth you'll never hear in traditional business schools. Creativity isn't just a pleasant hobby or an optional luxury. It's a vital tool for fine-tuning and regulating your nervous system. It's your spiritual hygiene, your way to remain crystal clear and truly capable of serving the world. Your creativity isn't just a hobby, it's your inner compass pointing the way. Losing touch with it inevitably throws you off course, leaving you without direction. This is why, every day, you must consciously set aside time for pure, non-commercial creativity. Write, draw, dance, dream. Simply for the sake of the process, without thought of profit. Keep a shadow journal to free yourself from unspoken thoughts and feelings accumulated in the subconscious. Engage in somatic practices to release bodily tension and harmonize your inner state. Immerse yourself in silence to finally hear your true, authentic voice, drowned out by the noise of the world. All of this isn't just exercise. It's a sacred ritual for maintaining and nourishing your inner magic. 5. Allow your inner evolution to guide your outer growth. Remember this fundamental truth. Your financial flow will always be a direct reflection of your level of self-trust. And this trust only blossoms when you bravely release old, outdated versions of yourself. Your business model, your chosen niche, even your unique content style, all are living organisms designed for continuous evolution. So, allow this process to unfold. When your inner cosmos renews and expands, allow these changes to naturally manifest in your external offerings. Let your prices boldly rise in unison with your newfound power, your voice gain depth alongside your inner clarity, and your audience gravitate towards you, guided by your authentic truth. You're not just building a brand. You are creating a living, evolving body of work, a testament to your journey. As Carl Jung brilliantly showed us, and as many of us are only now truly realizing and living, our outer world is merely a deep, resonant echo of our inner cosmos. The deeper you delve into yourself, the more you receive. The more brightly you express your true essence, the more powerfully you attract what you desire. The more sincerely you honor your authentic truth, the more generously life begins to bestow upon you in return. And yes, this certainly includes money, but far more importantly, it opens your connection to the cosmos itself. Hear my call. Don't just read these words. Allow them to root deeply in your soul, transforming your understanding of work, wealth, and your true worth. The old paradigm of endless hustle, exhausting burnout, and soulless labor, it is dead. We are building a new economy where every soul matters, one by one. If these insights resonated in your heart, if they ignited a spark of change within you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this light. Let the world know we no longer need to sacrifice our truth for mere survival. This is the future. The great Jung foresaw it. We are already breathing this air. Now it's your turn to become its creator. Dare. Create the life your soul whispered to you in your most intimate moments, and rest assured, abundance, including financial, will follow your sincerity.